scam home warranty business, the people are represented by two separate but equally lazy groups: the authorization agents who deny claims and smoke like chimneys, and the technicians who lie through their teeth to snag a few extra bucks. These are their stories. Scam Home Warranty is proud to present another Spotlight episode, this one being the Dead Zone and the Big Home. Here is some background for you that will make you more informed than most of our customers and technicians on how and what is covered under electrical claims. Electrical claims are a lot like plumbing when it comes to coverage. We cover the basic items: fuses, thermostats, switches, duplexes, that kind of stuff. It fails all the time and it's pretty cheap to fix. However, we exclude the bigger items like auxiliary boxes, bus bars, running new wires, line tracing, and the like. If you were replacing a bus bar, for example, it's either the victim of a power surge, was improperly installed, or is old and corroded, none of which we would cover in any way. I've never seen a policy with a special provision or coverage section under electrical, because most customers buying our policy are not electricians, and consequently wouldn't know to read that section ahead of time and request additional coverage. Sometimes we, me especially, bend the rules on electrical coverage, and if you want to read a story about that exact thing, check out The Little Old Lady and the Electrician That Could, linked below in the description. But this story isn't about bending rules. It was about a huge customer that got away with murder and the Auth guy who had to grin and bear it. Part 1. A New Failure. I had just eaten a couple of handfuls of honey-roasted peanuts and a cup of coffee from the break room when my phone rang. I put the technician on the line and we get right to business. "Morning, Scam Home Warranty to Matt King and Queen here. Got a claim for me?" Technician says, "Yes, it's claim number. I'm sitting in their driveway." I said, "Okay, the failure is a light won't go on in the guest bedroom." He replies, "There's a couple failures and it's more like a wing than a bedroom." I asked, "How so?" He answered, "There's 2 bedrooms and a dining area / kitchen / playroom in that part of the house." "Is this like a mansion?" I asked. "One of the nicest I've ever seen," the tech said, "but that area of the house doesn't see much use." "How do you know?" I said. "Well, the refrigerator doesn't smell, but I think it's empty. The beds are made, but there's nothing else, like the bare minimum furniture, and that's it in that part of the house," the tech explained. "Interesting. They don't have additional fridge coverage, but that's just something I'll notate for the future," I said, typing it on the customer's policy. The tech continued, "I used a tester in every outlet in the wing, and they are all dead." I asked, "Do you think a power surge knocked them out?" The customer did mention the lights flickered during that lightning storm a few days back, but that's all on its own box," the tech answered. "Really?" I pressed. "Yes, they have an auxiliary box up there." "Where is it?" I asked. The tech said, "It's in the bathroom closet, and it seems like overkill to me." I pondered, "Does the box have juice?" Tech said, "No, it's as dead as its supply line is." "What about the main box?" I asked. Tech said, "Yeah, I checked that as well. That line is live coming out of the basement, but by the time it hits the wing's auxiliary box, it's gone." "Then what's your proposed fix?" The tech replied, "There's no way around it. I gotta do an integrity test and use the cheater to find where the break in the line is. My guess is it's in the wall, so I'll have to make access as well. My company doesn't do drywall repairs, so that would have to be some other tech to come in and fix it after the fact. Do you have a quote for me on the job?" Tech said, "Well, it's $200 for a wire trace, $100 if I can fix it on the spot, $300 if I have to run a new line, and $50 to make access." I said, "Okay, I'm going to deny this claim though." Tech said, "Yeah, I figured. Y'all never cover wire traces anyway." I said, "It's simpler than that. I'll just request the inspection report. This is a realty policy in its second month. They have to prove the wing was working at the time of sale." Tech asked, "Should I tell them that's what's going to happen?" I said, "No, I'll have an L2 in customer service handle that." Tech said, "You have a good one then." I said, "You too," and clicked off. I wrote up the following task to customer service. Call customer and inform we need an inspection report to move forward with the claim. Part 2. The Auth guy strikes back. Perhaps when the customer saw the technician hang up their phone and drive away, they decided to call in immediately to see why. I don't know how, but the result is that I received an intra-office message only an hour or so after requesting the inspection report. An L2 in customer service messages me. "Hey, I got that customer on the line for claim number." I said, "Why? What's up with them?" They replied, "They sent in the inspection report." I said, "Really? It's been like an hour. That's insane." The L2 continued, "These are not happy folks. They used to be realtors, it seems. They had the inspection report ready to go. I attached it to the claim already. They said if the claim isn't approved in the next few minutes, to just send them to retention." I said, "Give me a minute, I'll pull it up." Now, I had a technician on my line at the time, and I put them on hold abruptly, informing them I had to talk to my boss. Opening it up, I saw the report was pretty bad. All the pictures were in black and white, and it looked like somebody scanned it instead of it being the original file, so it had random artifacts and blurry sentences. But the electrical portion of the report indicated that everything was working correctly at time of inspection. So, I wrote up every denial I could think of. Denial 1. Failure will require access to find and fix per F7 scam home warranty does not cover any kind of access. Denial 2. Failure will require a wire trace per C8. Wire traces of any kind are excluded. Denial 3. Failures with a line leading to an auxiliary box per C8. Scam home warranty only covers main boxes. Denial 4. Failure occurred during a lightning storm per A2. That is not a normal failure. Per C8, power surge failures are excluded. Denial 5. Failure is a break in the line. Per C8, breaks in the line are excluded. And lastly, for denial number 6, I found the biggest nail in the coffin by looking up the property on Zillow. Customer's home is 15,000 square feet. Scam home warranty only covers residential properties up to 10,000 square feet. Customer does not have coverage as their property is oversized. Hitting enter to update the claim with all of these denials, I felt a wave of dread. This claim wasn't staying dead, and I knew it. Part 3. The return of the claim. Less than 10 minutes later, I received a message CC'd to my boss from retention. The customer service L2 had botched the denial according to retention, and now we had to cover the claim. I had barely finished typing up a retort when my boss literally grabbed me and spun me around in my chair. My boss told me to stop right now. I said okay, sheepishly. My boss said, "You are covering the claim." I said, "But," my boss interrupted me. "I know, trust me, I know. I know this claim deserves to stay dead. I know the customer is ripping us off. I know the sales guy didn't do their job. I know the inspection report was trash. I know. But I also know this claim isn't going anywhere but the Attorney General's office if we try to keep it dead. I know the VP would have us both in her office by close of business if we continued fighting it. I know this will reflect on me worse than you. I know the auth is going to be substantial." I sat there in uneasy silence, shocked. My boss said, "Call the tech, give him the green light, get him back out there today. It doesn't matter what you do to make it happen. I'll cover the auth. Everything on this claim will be on me, not you, but you have to get him back in that house today. Do you understand?" I said yes. My boss said, "Then hurry it up," and spun me around in my chair, facing my screen in humiliation. I pulled the claim back up and called a technician. "Down South Electrical, how can I help?" I said, "Yeah, you know that mansion claim with the dead wing? You ran that for us today, right?" Tech said, "Yes, sir." I replied, "I need you to get back out there." Tech said, "Why? Do we need pictures or something?" I said, "I need you to do a wire trace." Tech said, "I've never seen y'all cover one of those before." I said, "We're covering it on the claim." Tech said, "So what? I'm good to trace it and fix it?" I said, "Yes." The tech said, "I'll need Auth for $450, assuming I can fix it on the spot without running a new line." Typing out that number via intra-office messenger to my boss, he authorized the claim for $450 while still getting streamed at by somebody in retention. I told the tech, "I got your authorization number right here." He answered, "Text it to me. I'm back at the office already, but I can be at the house in 10 minutes. But just to be clear, if this requires the running of a new line, that's covered too, right?" I answered through gritted teeth and a clenched jaw. "Correct. Just call back or even text back and I'll pull the old off and give you a new one for the full job on the spot." The text said, "Fine, I'm on my way." Before my hand could even reach the button to hang up on the tech, my boss messaged me ETA. I answered, 10 minutes, he's leaving the office right now. He asked, "Can he run the wire if he has to?" I said, "Yeah, I told him as much. I'll auth him on the spot when he gets there if he has to." My boss said, "Good." I could feel, rather than see, my boss gesticulating on the phone with retention, giving the good news, but of course reiterating the hardline authorization maintained on this claim and any like it. It was a meaningless point to make, as we were beaten yet again. But for anybody listening in, or reading the notes on the claim, it was quite the show, and a firm reminder that we did not give up this Auth without a fight to the bitter end. Epilogue to the claim. The technician was able to do a spot repair on the line, but of course the customers hired some crazy expensive drywall repair guys and a painter who I guess only used the highest quality non-GMO free-range spackle because the price tag on it was $300 alone. I didn't auth the rest of that claim. My boss took care of it. The customers had raised enough hell to get their policy amended to include auxiliary boxes as well, which was the strangest part of the whole ordeal in my opinion. But the claim left such a bitter taste in mine and my boss's mouth that we wore matching sneers for the rest of the day. And thank you for joining us here at Scam Home Warranty for another Spotlight episode, this one being the Dead Zone and Big Home. If you haven't done so already, you could like, comment, subscribe to this channel and this video in particular, hitting the little bell to make sure that you don't miss any uploads in the future. If you'd like to follow Scam Home Warranty on other social media, we do have a Twitter and an Instagram that you can follow, both linked below. We have a Twitch that you can subscribe to, a Discord that you can join, and if you're feeling especially generous, we do have a Patreon, where just $1 a month will get you in the door. I'd like to thank our Tier 3 sub and biggest supporter this whole time, D_B, for being with us from the very beginning. Couldn't do it without you. So once again, thank you for joining us. I will see you all in the next video. Have a good day.